I'm Tammy McGuire. In today's edition of Foster to Family, we've asked Gage Smith to come and talk about his time in foster care, but also about extended foster care and what that means to you and how you can help him and others that are aging out of foster care. We're so glad that you are going to be a part of our show today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we wanted to ask you a couple of questions about you. First of all, how do you know me? Tell them how you met me. How you met me, or how you know me right now, or even how you came today.
I live with your daughter.
Oh yeah, that's right. He lives with my daughter Reagan and her husband Austin. I'm going to tell you some backstory about how Gage not only met me, but also his story. Because every kid has a story who's in foster care, right?
Yes.
Or who's aged out of foster care. So Gage wants to give you a little bit of insight into his world and how you could support him. So Gage, can you tell us where you were born?
I was born in St. Augustine, Florida.
St. Augustine, everybody. It's okay. So St. Augustine, for those who are not in Florida or in our area, Northeast Florida, who are out there watching our YouTube channel, St. Augustine is just south of us, about 45 minutes south of us. How long did you live in St. Augustine?
About 9-10 years, and then I moved to Washington State to go stay with our grandmother for about 9 months. I went and did second grade there. Then we moved back to Florida, and I started third grade. It was this summer that we moved back.
So you keep saying we. How many siblings altogether?
Altogether, it's 5. Older brother, older sister, younger sister, and Seth and Destiny are my little brother, little sister, who I am currently living with right now.
So if you remember when we had our interview with Reagan, she was talking about the 3 kids in her home, and Gage is the one that she was about who's doing really well and he's responsible, and we wanted to bring him in because he has a different spin on foster care. First of all, he's the eldest of his 3 siblings, right? And the neat thing is he's already sees his future and what he wants to do with his future and where he wants to go with his future. But before we get there, we wanted to talk to you about more about him and his story. Or all 5 of you moved back to Florida after moving to Washington State.
All 5 of us did.
So all 5 of you were in one home with your mom, your birth mom.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's kind of cool that they were able to go back to birth mom, and then you lived with your birth mom for how long?
Until I was 16. And then
you came into foster care.
Yes, ma'am.
So that must have been a really hard thing to do. I can't imagine at 16. First of all, it sucks being a teenager some days, but now you are with a new person that you've never met, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
And thankfully, though, your younger siblings were able to go with you, and they were never split up, guys. This is super amazing that they never were split up. What a blessing, right?
Yes, ma'am. That
you've been able to be with them and kind of be a part of their lives, and everybody's connected together. And so how long have y'all been in foster care since then?
About 2 years, a little over 2 years, possibly.
If I do my math, you're 18.
Yes, ma'am.
And soon to be, I think, in the summer, 19, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Going into your senior year of high school, which is great. Yay! And I just want to pause and say congratulations, because a lot of kids that are that age choose to drop out of school. So good kudos for Gage for sticking it out and really making it happen. And what the neat thing is about Gage is after high school, you want to be
an underwater welder. I go to a diving school right off of 16. It's about half a mile away from my school.
Awesome. So it's super close.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you already have a certificate?
Yeah, I got certified about 3 months ago.
Wow. So now that you've got the certificate, what do you want to do with that after school?
So about after school, I will, I'm going to do a trade, not go to college, and become an underwater welder, possibly work on oil rigs and stuff like that.
So everybody, I just want to know, in the state of Florida, his schooling will be paid for. And if he chooses later to go to college, keep paying for every school or trade that he wants to go to. So really impressive. I know that you are also doing something really impressive in school. So what do you like to do? What kind of sports do you participate in?
Oh, I do football and weightlifting.
Yeah, so that gives him that drive and ambition to want to go and succeed even more. And now we have welding to look at for his future. And don't have that, by the way, aging out of foster care. So I really am impressed that Gage has thought this through and really manned up and owned his life and sees it as a stepping stone to what he thinks happening soon for you right before school starts or in between summer time. And what would that be for you?
I'm currently working on moving out. It'll be me and 2 other roommates. I'm living with Miss Tammy's daughter, as I said earlier, and that's in Jacksonville, and I plan on moving back to St. Augustine so I can finish my senior year at St. Augustine High.
The neat thing about being in extended foster care, just for those who need to be a little educated, is extended foster care is another little stepping stone when they're not quite ready to move out on their own. They don't have their diploma yet from high school, and they're not ready. So they still have that support system in the foster care system. It's called Independent Living Extended Care Program, and they set them up, and they help pay their rent, and they help pay for their gas, or try to get a car for them, try to get a job for them. It's really an amazing thing that we have in the state of Florida. So kudos to our governor and our secretary of Department of Children and Families for keeping that up for kids like Gage, because if not, back in the day when I started fostering, which was about 15 years ago, kids were given $200 and a pat on the back, and that's nothing. So the fact that he's able to be a part of this program is a wonderful thing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So the neat thing is also his foster closet gives him things. So everything in the foster closet will go to Gage. I know that Reagan talked about your heart and everything that you have for others, but he does a lot of work for us here at the foster closet. Like today, what did you do today?
I helped on the truck move some furniture and donating it to the foster closet for kids in need.
And sometimes that furniture might be his. So whatever you're donating, it goes to people like Gage, some teenagers who are aging out. Some of them have children, some of them don't. Some go to college, some finishing high school, some of them go to a full-time job. But whatever that is, your donations, whether it be financial or one of these in-kind donations like furniture, is going to help kids like Gage. I wanted to stop and say that he's really a good kid, and he's going to be a great adult, but it's nice that he has mentors. So can you talk about, I know you have mentors in your life. Mm-hmm. Can you share some of those people?
Yes, ma'am. It started in the 3rd grade. I had my first mentor. His name was Sean Hess, and he has just been a really good help. He's always there when I need somebody to talk to. So he's been one big highlight of my life, and somebody I can count on.
He has been your go-to.
Yes, ma'am.
For your whole entire, since 3rd grade. I can't even think about somebody that's been in my life that long consistently who wasn't my family member, by the way. So the fact that he's invested in you is so amazing.
He's been there since I was in 3rd grade, so he's somebody I can feel like I can openly talk to. And so when we were taking out of our parents' home, and first of all, the only person I felt comfortable talking to, he's just always there. He helps me with schoolwork if I need help and I'm confused.
Do you go to him for advice, like when you wanted to do diving? Did you go to him and say, hey, can you help me?
Yeah, so we actually researched a bunch of stuff, and he's actually been a really big help on that. I've learned a lot of information from and through him. So.
And did he help you find out your path after school and going into underwater welding? Did he help you with that?
Yes, ma'am. That's another thing. Like I said, he comes once a week. And
wow. Wait a minute. You said once a week?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all, I just want to stop here and say that's crazy good, because caseworkers come every 28 days. Guardian ad litems come once a month. Sometimes you can talk to your therapist once a week. If you have a good therapist, that's amazing. And you want to talk, that's amazing. But to have a mentor come once a week for that long, Wow. So has he been coming once a week this whole entire time, or just once a week since you've been in foster care?
Once a week ever since 3rd grade.
Wow.
But once in a while, like somebody will get sick or something, so.
Sean! Thank you, Sean. Thank you. We love you, Sean. So we need mentors like that, not only for kids that are in foster care, but kids who've aged out of foster care or about ready to make that transition like Gage. If you're out there willing to help a kid that's in foster care or aging out of foster care, we need you. For guys, we need guys, and for girls, we need some women to step up and really love and nurture on these kids, because their role models might not have been the best role models for them to give them that maturity level and confidence in what they need to do and need to research, like you said, research. I cannot believe how great that is, Gage. He also has our family to lean back on, and his prior foster mom was there for him for a little bit. It's nice to see the foundation grow for the child. So you have this foundation here, this foundation here, this foundation here. But if we all come together to support the kids in foster care, but more importantly, aging out of foster care, because think about it. You're 18. If you know where your mom and dad is, they might not be the best support system for you. So you need somebody you can fall back into if you're like, I don't know where to go to get my bank, or how do I use this, or how do I turn on my lights and my electricity. So to find somebody to help them through that journey is truly amazing. So fostercloset.org is the best way to donate. For us, just click on the button down below. If you want to be a mentor for a kid in foster care or aging out of foster care, click the button down below. Okay, Gage, can you give a takeaway moment for those people who might not know anything about foster care, and that you want to enlighten them of how they can help you or others like you?
Well, if you don't know anything about foster care, it's about helping kids and getting them to a point in their life where they can be successful, and they need people like Miss Tammy. And if you don't know anything about it, it's really here to help the kids and motivate them to succeed in life, and you like trying to be the light at the end of their tunnel. And
who's some of the people that might have helped you see the light at the end of the tunnel?
You, Sean, my mentor, and my current foster mother.
And then your prior foster mother maybe kind of helped you with that too. And introducing you to a new world that you didn't even know maybe were out there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you might not think, and this is my kind of moment to share, people my age or people who are a little younger are going, how can I help, right? I think even giving a glimpse of hope, taking a kid to a baseball game who've never been to a baseball game. There you go. Or taking them to a hibachi grill. There's fun, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Or fondue. Giving them moments that they might not experience. You might not know this, but a lot of kids have never been to Disney World. Getting them a ticket to go to Disney World would be super. Have you ever been?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. So some kids, though, have never been to an amusement park, and giving them that awareness of the world. You might not think that it's something small like that could be a big help, but it can't it?
Yes,
a little
ma'am.
glimpse of moments with people connect you, and you think that would be good, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What else do you think could be helpful for people who might not know how to help, that maybe helped you?
I was like halfway paying attention. Say that again. Nah, cause like I was paying attention, and then I was like.
So what he's saying is blah 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 blah, Miss Tammy. I'm like the peanuts. Wah 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 wah. Is there a moment that someone helped you in your life that could be something that someone could do for a kid in foster care or aging out of foster care?
Previous foster parents that I've had in the past, and my mentor, like mentors are a big help. They've just
kind of pointed you into a new direction that maybe. Is there anything that you could help with siblings out there? Because that's the neat.
It's really important. It was a blessing that me and my little brother and sister got to stick together.
What Gage is saying is, if you're out there thinking about foster kids, why not sibling groups?
Me comfort because I'm the bigger brother and I want to be there for them.
Go on Instagram and find us. You can look on Facebook, Twitter, and of course our YouTube channel, Foster to Family, and how we interview kids like Gage or people in the community who are professionals or foster moms. You can give back as a donor just by a click of a button or connecting the two people that you know and that can give from the bottom of their hearts in a big way, like helping support the foster care community, kids like Gage and his sibling groups who really and truly need your support. So you can go to fostercloset.org or click all the links below. Thanks so much for your time. From Foster to Family, I'm Tammy McGuire. See you next time.